we are going to be focusing on a different invert than usual. We are going to be talking about my centipedes and rehousing my scary new $300 one. Of course, if you hear Tulip in the background whining, we are crate training and she is fine. She has everything she needs. For safety reasons, I'm not going to try to even attempt to divide my attention between a puppy and a centipede. That is why you're going to probably hear some whining in the background. So before we rehouse the new centipede, I wanted to kind of do an update about my other two that I've had because I did get two really cool purple centipedes from Tom. Come on. There you go. And gone. They're still a new animal to me. These are the first centipedes that I've ever gotten, that I've ever kept. I'm not one of those people that's like really opposed to centipedes. They do kind of freak me out just because they are so fast and they do tend to be a little bit more venomous than tarantulas and stuff. So yeah, they kind of freak me out in that regard, but I'm not like completely disgusted by them like a lot of people are. Honestly, when it comes to animals like this and scorpions and stuff, it's not as scary as like a fast spider sometimes because they can't like climb vertically. Like they can't climb out of like a bin. So it makes it easier than like a spider that can like jump and run and go anywhere. So yeah, not my worst fear, but I have a respect for them. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at my two centipedes that I've had. Unfortunately, I just glanced at them and one of them looks like it's not doing very well. So I want to take a closer look with you guys and maybe somebody has some ideas on what's going on. So let's go ahead and take a look at this centipede that I think is not doing too hot. I've never seen it look like this. As you'll see, it's like on the surface, which is really uncommon for it. Normally it's like burrowed in the substrate. I know for sure that it recently ate. I fed it, I think it was like 4 days ago, and it ate 2 decent sized crickets. So I can't imagine it has to do with hunger. It has been a little dry here lately. I have been having to stay on top of watering everyone. So I suspect maybe it's like dehydrated. I don't know, but like check this out, you guys. Like watch when, like I thought it was dead, but then I touch it and its little legs move. So I don't really know what's going on here, but it's a shame because I really liked this centipede, but that is just not the behavior of like a normal centipede, you know? I don't see any like signs of like fungus or anything like that. I know that's something to look out for with them, but I'm not seeing it. I just think that maybe it's its time. Like just so you guys know, this is as big as they get, so it is an adult. I'm gonna keep trying to hydrate it, but it might just be age. I don't really know. Again, these are my first centipedes that I've ever kept and I'm no centipede expert. These were just a gift to me from Tom and I really like them actually. I've had a great experience keeping them for the most part. I don't see them a lot, but they do come out and they are really pretty. So it's a shame if, you know, I'm losing one of them, but I don't know. I don't think there's really anything else I can do. There's not exactly centipede vets out there. So we're just kind of like gonna have to wait and see what happens, but it's not looking good. As for the other one, I don't know where it's at. I hope that it's doing okay. It also did eat a couple days ago. There are no more crickets left in its enclosure, but sometimes I guess it really doesn't matter if they eat or not because that one is not doing good and it for sure ate. Sometimes they'll be under this. More often than not, yeah, they're burrowing. So yeah, I'm not really wanting to disturb this too much. And like I said, because the crickets disappeared, like I'm gonna assume that it's alive and okay. Granted, the other one definitely isn't okay, but I'm hoping that this one is like doing better. But I'm gonna give it just like a little miss. You know, I don't want to do too much because they are like sensitive. Like you don't want to get them too humid and cause like a fungus that they can get. So I'm just gonna be careful, I guess. But yeah, normally I will see it in the burrows, but yeah, I'm not seeing it. I hope it's okay. But it's the exact same kind as the other, but I think that this one is smaller. So this one's probably younger than that one. Like I said, that one is full grown, but I would go ahead and say that a healthy centipede usually probably isn't going to just be sitting on the substrate. Like usually they're going to be burrowing or hiding somewhere. So the fact that it's like not in sight might actually be a really good sign. So before we move on to the scary Malaysian Jewel Centipede, the $300 centipede, $275 as a baby, I wanted to go ahead and take a Bowser break because it's been a while since we've done one, and then we will pick right back up here.
And now it's time for a Bowser break.
So this is the Scolopendra Malaysian Jewel, the Highland Jewel. And Amy said that they grow to be about 6 inches and they are quite beautiful. I did type it in Google to see what they look like as adults, and I can see why they are so expensive and rare. They are absolutely beautiful. Like, not many centipedes really like make me think, oh wow, that's a beautiful centipede. This is one that I would consider like awesome. I guess we're gonna have to dig around to rehouse it, probably dump this. I already thought I lost it once when we were at the expo actually, but it was just in there burrowed because they do that. So let's go ahead and just make its little enclosure. It's not gonna be anything too intricate. It's gonna be actually exactly the same as the other two because those have worked out great. These are just storage containers that I get from Target. I think I paid $10 and I think they're perfect for centipedes. Of course, they're food storage containers, so they're airtight. You gotta make ventilation, which I'm gonna have Mr. Tarantula Kat make ventilation on this when he gets home because I can't figure out how to use the power tools. I tried. What makes them great is that they're so tall that a centipede like this size, there's no way that it's gonna get out. Like, it cannot. This one, of course, that Amy gave me is the Malaysian Jewel, and it's a different species, and it gets actually to be 6 inches. So eventually, like, it'll be tall enough to where it could, you know, reach out if it was standing up, but that's like a far off. So let's just go ahead and put another one of these together. Part of me doesn't want to give it the most substrate so that I can still see it, but I don't know. I don't know which is better. Sometimes I think that it's better to give them a lot of substrate and let them naturally burrow and do their thing. But other times it just makes my anxiety so much worse because then I can hardly find them. I don't know if they're okay. You know, it's the same situation where it's kind of like a guessing game. Are you alive in here? Are you okay? And then you don't want to dig them up right away because you don't want to disturb them. For the size of the centipede, I think this is like a sufficient amount of substrate. It should be okay. And then I do have this little piece of cork. I'm gonna push down into it just like this. I have a little skull water dish that I wanted to add. Very cute and just fitting. A little bit of leaf litter as usual. I want to keep down on like the fungus and stuff, so I'm gonna throw in a few springtails. Springtails help with things like mold, fungus. If there's any leftover crickets or something, it'll take care of them. So it's a little skull. Pretty simple setup, nothing too crazy. I'm kind of debating, do I want to put moss in it? Maybe I'll just throw this moss in that came with it though. Okay, I'm scared of this. Okay. Yeah, I don't even see it anywhere. I'm so nervous. I do not want to, I don't want to chase a centipede, especially a tiny one. I'm going to put the moss in the new enclosure too, just because, why not? Now I'm just going to start trying to dig around and see what we can find. Oh my god, it is so cool looking, but damn, do I respect that animal. It's the way they flail for me. Okay, now what? Okay, what should I do? I guess, should I like dump it out? Ah! There it is. Okay, how am I gonna get you from here to there? What am I gonna do? Guess I could probably, I think I need both hands for the centipede stuff. Bowser's watching. Bowser, will you come eat it if it runs? It'd be an expensive ass meal. Okay. All right, I see it, you guys. So I'm just digging this out as fast as I can. Because I want there to be like less substrate so that I can like get a good shot of it. And then I think what I'm gonna do is just like pour it into the new enclosure and let it do centipede things there, I guess. God, it is so pretty. I know you guys can like probably not see it that great, but once I get this dirt out, I think we'll be able to get a better look. There we go. Okay, I got most of the dirt out. So now let's take like an actual good look at it. Whoa. Look at it. Oh my gosh. It looks like a gummy, like a piece of candy. See, when it holds still, it's like not that scary, but the fact that it just like can go from 0 to 1,000 is like what really sketches me out about centipedes. But like, look at that. It's like almost like a metallic color and it's just like really pretty. I love the bright orange. Like, even as just a little baby. It's so fascinating. I'm just so stoked that Amy was super generous and like gave me one. Like, that's insane. Like, it's so crazy too. Like, look at the front legs. They're like a teal, and then it's like bright orange, and then very pretty teal in the back. And they only really get prettier from here, so that's really awesome. So I guess really the easiest thing to do is just to dump it in the new enclosure. Every time I like try to pull more dirt out, it just moves so fast. It's crazy. What if I miss? What if I miss? That would just be really bad. Okay. Okay, I can probably just do this. Here we go. It's in there. The way it balls up is pretty crazy. Okay, there we go. Ho ho, and it's gone. Yeah, it's like all the way down there. I already found a spot to hide. Of course, and the leaf litter, which is probably its happy place, and it's digging already. So yeah, I can imagine we are not going to be seeing it for a long time. Probably not till it gets much bigger. But yeah, okay, cool. So the scary one is rehoused. Will we see it again soon? Probably not. Unlike the other two purple ones that I have, this one is actually going to gain size. It's going to be probably like this long. So, I mean, it's going to be a beast, a force not to be reckoned with, and God, that rehousing should just go fantastic. I can't even imagine how that's gonna go. So I don't know how fast they grow, but yeah, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Even though it wasn't about tarantulas, I enjoyed it. I do like centipedes. I think they're fun. And I don't know, I'd really like to learn more about centipedes. Maybe you guys would too. Let me know. In the meantime, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram, and it was probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.Kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a Patreon podcast and a Teespring, and it's all linked down below. I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet pick.